What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Phil Taitt Show. Omar Miller is a Hollywood actor, producer, and director, to whom we have grown to know through his on-screen work. If you are unsure with his name, I'm sure you've seen his works in films such as the 2002 hit movie 8 Mile, Shall We Dance, American Pie, and House of Lies. While promoting his new show Weekend Fix in New York, I got a chance to catch up with Omar to talk about his incredible story. Let's go take a look. Omar, how are you? It is so good to finally meet you.
So good.
Thank you for joining me on the Phil Taitt Show today. You are in New York City.
I'm feeling good. I'm ready. I'm here to promote the show. Weekend Fix, my new travel show. I'm really pumped up. People seem to really like it. It's a very young version of a travel and adventure show, and we're getting people out there.
That sounds awesome. I had a privilege of attending your premiere party last night. It was an amazing event. So many notable people in the building. I mean, the vibe was great. Just to see the first episode as to what it's like, I know I'll definitely be watching that episode. It was just truly a great experience. When did you realize that you had the talent for acting?
Oh, wow. I don't know about realizing it was something you had to cultivate. I mean, I grew up in a big house full of people, so it was 7 kids, 2 parents, so it was always loud. There was always a lot of people, and everybody was an entertainer. So we were never short on talent. And I tell people all the time, I'm not even the funniest one of my siblings. So it's like, there's more talented people in my family. It's just that this is where I chose to place my energy and to pursue. So I got blessed with some opportunity. I guess you could say I realized what it was when I was in school. I was at San Jose State University, and I was playing sports, and then I kind of lost my way on playing sports and stumbled into the theater, and this wonderful professor said, I think you got something, and he started to cultivate my talent, and next thing I knew I was on stage, and then I loved it like I love sports. So then I started going for it, and then next thing I know I was in the movies.
When this professor decided to really try and shape your craft, when did you take the first steps to actually doing the work for yourself?
From the moment that the professor started to cultivate me, I recognized that this person was investing in me, the school was investing in me, and the only way I was actually going to reap any benefits was to invest in myself. So this is where the sports background really helped. And my parents are entrepreneurs, and so hard work has just been a part of my DNA.
Once you're doing something that you love, is it really work?
No, it's work. Don't let anybody tell you that. It's work. It's always work. Yeah, it's hard. I found that when you have a passion for what you do, it just makes it a lot more tolerable, and you're willing to do a lot more than if you're punching a clock or for someone else or doing something for someone else that's not what it is that you love. You know, where your passion lies.
Right. What gig did you actually get that made you feel like, oh my gosh, I made it. I really made it.
I don't even know if I've still gotten that gig, but every job has their own experience that makes it special and different. You know, whether it's, I remember when I first got the gig for 8 Mile, I felt like, wow, this is crazy, because I had been listening to Eminem, you know, and it had Mekhi Phifer and Kim Basinger. I was like, wow, this is nuts. But before that, the first job I ever got at all was this job called Obstacles with these Bay Area rappers. And so it's like, we have a lot of different, every time you get a job, it changes your, you know, at each time there's a feeling of, wow, this is something, you know what I mean? It's great. And then now this thing, Weekend Fix, I'm producing. So this is something that I created and I'm producing. And I'm like, wow, this is something special. This is an idea that myself and my friend and my brother, we all birthed and made into fruition. And now people all over the world get to watch it. It's crazy.
No, it's amazing. With doing, you're not just an actor now, but you're a producer now. You're full scale. How do you want to take the acting world to the next level?
Oh, just, you know, opportunity. There's so many stories to be told. So for me, it's all about actually choosing which stories that I fit in best, that I care about most, and telling those stories. So there's a constant battle of getting leverage and opportunity, and Hollywood is difficult. And now, because of the way the technology has changed, Hollywood is all over the world. So, you know, there's a lot of competition, but I have a fan base and a following that really supports me. It's really loyal, and thank God I have some talent that I can sprinkle around. So things are good.
While still young in your career, what do you want your legacy to speak of?
You know, I just want people to be moved by the work. I want to be memorable. I want people to feel like, wow, man, that guy reminds me of my brother or my cousin, or he was real. I'm really big on honesty and authenticity in the work. And that's the biggest thing for me. If people can relate to the work, then I've been effective.
What future endeavors do you have outside of acting that you would like to accomplish as well?
Oh, I got all sorts of stuff I like to do. I would like to own a sports franchise.
Really?
Like, yeah, I would love to own a minor league baseball team.
Wow.
I would love to do like archaeological stuff. I'm so fascinated by history and religion, and there's so much to do in the world. This is just where I am now, and so we'll see how long I last in this, profession, how much interest I have in this, and then I'll move on to other things.
You have longevity, don't you worry.
Thank you.
So what do you want to do for other African American men to want to go after their dreams as well? What humanitarian work do you want to do?
I just want to show everybody that it's possible, especially for us as black men in the community. I feel like we have a tendency to limit our own possibilities, and society only reinforces that. And I want to have a varied body of work so that people can say, wow, I can see myself. That guy played a doctor or a police officer or a president or a musician or what's his name, so that it's not just entertainment and sports, you know what I mean? And I think that it's very important, because how we're represented on screen is blown out all over the world. People don't know it because they don't travel, but how we are represented, we create the culture, and how we're represented is very important. And it has a very important place on one's self-worth. So it's really important for me to represent us in a multifaceted approach. So I'm trying to represent.
I hear that.
Trying to represent.
That's all you could do. You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's all you can do. With all the success that you've had, what keeps you going in your weakest moments?
Oh man, I would say that the ambition and the hope of my family. I have a lot of responsibility, so I like the pressure of responsibility to take care of people, and I have hope and faith in God. And I've been sustained by my spirituality my entire life, so I have no reason to abandon it now. So when I feel like things aren't going my way, I take it as a challenge and a test, or that it's a lesson, and I try to use it as a teaching moment for myself to grow and become a better person.
While new deals are coming onto your desk every day, and different opportunities are coming, how do you find that perfect niche that you say, I'm going to commit to this?
You fail. That's how you find it. You try stuff and you fail, and then you see what works and what doesn't work. This is the thing. You can't be scared to fail. You got to go out and go get it. But failing will get you a slice of humble pie. Absolutely. But what happens is you recognize. For me, one thing that's happened to me is that I've grown and recognized how interdependent we all are as people, and how interdependent we are with the earth, how interdependent we are with you. I really subscribe to the theory that if I'm doing well and you're not doing well, then I'm really not doing so well at all, because we all of us in the entire world, mankind is connected. And I think the sooner we recognize that, the better off we'll be.
That means a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
I reached out to you. You responded. I didn't expect to answer, and when I got the message, I was like, "Oh shucks, he responded."
Yeah,
and there was
I get a lot of that. People, I don't know who it is. Why would people put their information out if they don't want to be contacted?
But there's just a level of humility that comes along with you, and I truly respect that. Some people who I come across who think they've made it, or they think that they've gone to a certain level, I have the worst attitudes. But you, someone with much success, with much of a resume to their name, are still humble.
Another thing with that is I play baseball, and baseball is a failure sport, and so it's a humbling thing.
Right. Okay, so you had the sport, and then you had the acting, so it just kind of matches together. So I was at Weekend Fix premiere party.
Right.
Wonderful time. Got to meet Du Hill. I was like, shucks, we in the cut.
Delay was there, all kind of people.
Tell me a little bit more about what Weekend Fix is about.
Weekend Fix is a travel and technology show that is like Travel 3.0. It is something that represents how young people travel now, and that really encourages the spontaneity of travel and the spontaneity of growth that comes when you avail yourself to new experiences. And so you'll see me doing new things, failing or succeeding, and you'll see the search and discovery of how we do it via our smartphones and the apps and technology. So there's nothing like it on television. It's really one of the most innovative shows out.
When I was watching it, I was like, yo, this show is sick.
It's
I was
different.
like, I'm going to watch
Very
it.
different.
I didn't know too much about it because you were just posting little like a break, and then the
day
change. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Right.
And then I'm looking at this. I was like, yo, the way the Instagram come up, the way the Twitter come up. Oh, we're going to this place. Oh, yeah. It was so is that
good? I'm glad you liked it.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing on TV like that.
There's
right
nothing
now.
on TV like that. There will be after our show.
Are we
but
doing
there's nothing on
international
TV
soon?
now.
Are we doing international next season?
Well, technically we're international this season because we go to Canada. But we're gonna skip the seas next season.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm like, this dude is in Brooklyn, Williamsburg. I was like,
We want to show people places that represents their city, even if they've lived there their whole lives, and see places that they've never been to and some that they recognize.
I literally, while we were watching it, I literally said to my friend, I was like, yo, I said, we got to go to these spots.
Yeah.
I was like, how do we live in Brooklyn? I was like, he puts us to shame.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. This is my job, though.
How is it traveling all these places and experiencing all these beautiful sights?
It's great. I mean, tagline that I've been saying is just travel, explore, and grow. Because when you go places, you will grow. I tell people all the time, the best thing that you can do with your money, other than some sort of charity work or any responsibilities that you have, is to travel. Because it changes who you are.
It teaches you.
It teaches you about the world, about life. And I promise, the world would be a better place if more Americans traveled outside of America.
I believe that. We'll have a little bit more culture.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, the world will teach you things that you can't. There's no other way to experience except for to experience them.
What's the best place that you've ever been to before?
Probably Jerusalem. Probably
Jerusalem?
Israel. Yeah.
What was so special about Jerusalem?
Israel is mind blowing.
Wow.
Mind blowing.
What's the place you want to go to?
I want to go to Australia.
Why did you want to go to Australia?
Just because since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated with the culture down under, and I love their lifestyle. And I'm a big tennis fan. They got a monster tennis tournament down there in the Australian Open. I want to check out the culture with the Aboriginals and all that kind of stuff. It's always been really fascinating to me. Yeah.
Omar, I just want to thank you so much for coming down here. Not for coming down, for me coming to you.
Nah,
just for your time. I really, really, really appreciate it. You offer a sense of hope to people where we come from. That you can make your dreams with hard work, with dedication. It's not just going to come by you just sitting and think someone's going to put a silver spoon in your mouth. It's not going to come that way.
You have to participate in life. It's a tricky thing. You have to participate.
Before you leave us, if you can give us one piece of advice that could relate to anybody, what would that be?
Participate in your life. Be active in your life. Don't wait, because the world is tricking you to believe that you can experience it from your living room, because you really cannot. To get the most out of your life, you have to experience it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Omar, thank you so much just for coming out to the Phil Taitt Show. I texted you. I didn't expect to get a text message back, but you responded to me. I was shocked. You replied back, and we finally made it happen. I missed you last time when you were in New York, but you're finally back. Congratulations on Weekend Fix. I just want to thank you. I'll keep you in my prayers. Please keep me in your prayers as well.
Absolutely.
And I surely hope to hear from you soon. And I'll be tuning into Weekend Fix, and we'll definitely be letting all of our people down in Brooklyn know about your new show. Thanks, Omar. I really appreciate it, all right?
Thank you.
All right.